Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. In this video, I got a lot of fun crafts, but I think it was finally time for us to meet one-on-one, the person behind these hands. So I'm glad that we finally get to meet, and I look forward to doing more face-to-face. But in the interim, I kind of want to explain something. So I went ahead and recorded a bunch of content, and normally how I record is I have an idea of what crafts I want in one video, and then I make that video. Well, just because of timing and how I had to get certain things out the door or whatever the case is, I just recorded a bunch, and then through editing, I pieced them together. So we're gonna do something a little different. You're not gonna see at the end of the collection of the crafts in almost all the videos. There will be one or two that you'll see the collection, but more often than not, you won't see the collection at the end of the video. And I also won't be vocalizing which one my favorite is, because I probably did one craft a month ago, and then one just recently, and I pieced them all together, okay? But I'll let you guys know which one my favorite is, but I'm more interested to know which one your favorite craft is. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I really look forward to you guys joining my channel and watching my videos, and I always appreciate your guys' feedback. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am so excited to be making this project. Okay, so if you guys don't know Crafted by Lucas, Lainey Lucas, she has a channel as well, and she crafted with these coasters in one of her videos, and I was completely inspired by it, but I didn't want to use it as a coaster. I really don't have any needs for a coaster at the current moment. Doesn't mean I won't make some, but anyways, so I just knew I wanted to use it, just I thought this would be a cute use for a decor in some way. So what I did is I have this frame. It had, you guys know me, if you watch my channel enough, you'll know that I buy this stuff on clearance. There's something on there, I think it was about sewing, and I just go ahead and put paper, or I paint it depending on how easy it is to paint. And so what I did is I went ahead and found a cardstock that I really liked. I like this little check, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. So let me go ahead and get some glue. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Beacon Fabric Tack glue. I'm not exactly sure how well this is going to glue down, just because this is cork, and I'm not sure if this is compatible. I could probably use hot glue gun, but this is more convenient for me, and that way this will have time to dry, and then I can go ahead and weed the vinyl while it's drying. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip this over and get this centered. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and weed out our design. Now we got some really thin fonts, and a really thin font, I should say. Okay, it looks like my dot did not make it, and that's okay, because in fact I can't even see it. I might just end up, since this is black vinyl, I might just end up just using a pen and put it on there. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. And I chose to use Tech Wrap vinyl. I am becoming such a believer in their vinyl, and I thought if I have such a thin font, I'm gonna go ahead and try to use their vinyl. So I'm using their matte black vinyl, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint, and I'm not making money off of this video, so if I'm being completely truthful about that. So if you don't have any of their vinyl, go ahead and give it a try and see how you like it. Let me know. Again, I don't make commission off this at all, so it's a truthful comment about their vinyl. Okay, so it just says Sweet Summertime, and I chose two different fonts that I thought would pair well together. And again, I will list that in the description box below. Oh, that wants to cling right away. Oops. Go ahead and burnish that down. You know, I still have a lot of summer crafts I have to do. I've already made 2 summer crafts at the time of me making this video. And I need to make some more. Not so much because I need content, just because I just need more summer just decor in my house. And just so you guys know, for those who do use this, this does work on paper and cork because it is already, well, it's setting, but it's pretty good on there. And which is good because I have a project that will need that. Looks good to me. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and peel that back. Easy peasy. And then of course I just need a little dot for my eyes. I'm just using a Sharpie, very faint, and you wouldn't know the wiser. I don't think people are going to look that closely, but this was a pretty easy project, and I love that I was able to repurpose this coaster. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I have these letters, and it spells out summer, and the idea of them is to glue them together to kind of have like a sign that sits up. And I had these forever. I actually bought this probably about 2 years ago from Hobby Lobby, and been wanting, and you can tell they're beaten up, like they're chipped and it's scratched, and it's seen better days. And I had full intentions of crafting with it and never ended up doing it. And this is just kind of my list of things that I just need to get out of my craft room. And I told myself this summer I was not going to let this go another year without being crafted with. So my idea was to go ahead and use print and cut for instead of painting them, because this, whatever texture, whatever type of paint they use or finish, paint does not go well on here, and it just takes too long to paint, and I did not want to paint all this. Plus I really liked these colors, so I went ahead and just did print and cut. So my idea here is, let me do one and then we'll fast forward through the rest. So let me go ahead and bring up, let me just do an easy one and then I'll fast forward through a harder one. Probably use maybe the easiest one. Okay. I think I'm going to use this one for the U. And what I do is just peel this up, and then I probably need to clean the surface of these, but I think this should be okay. And then the idea here is, and get this to stop going crazy here, is to put this on here like so. Okay, perfect. Easy peasy. Go ahead and bring in my cutting mat here because I don't want to cut my desk, and bring out my X-Acto knife or my true control blade. I'm going to make sure this is really on there, and then let's go ahead and, oh, that's okay. No one will see the back. Okay. What we'll do next is we'll cut this apart. This is just a quick way of giving it a different look. And actually, when I bought this, I had full intentions of doing what I'm doing now. So this was fully intended to be crafted this way, and I ended up just not having the time or forgetting about it, and so that is why I'm doing it now. But anyways, so you don't have to do print and cut. In fact, my original idea was to use cardstock and cut it down to that, or to the shape of the letter, but I ended up not wanting to do that just because cardstock is a lot. I just don't have a lot of time. got a lot of family members coming in at the time of this video that I'm making this video, and I need to get it done a lot faster. So what I decided to end up doing is just doing print and cut, because it's just, to me, it's a lot faster to do print and cut, or to cut print and cut, because it's obviously a lot thinner and it's just easier to handle, right? At least it is for me. So that is why I am opting to go ahead and do print and cut. So make sure I'm not cutting wood here. Okay. To try to get around that part of the U, and kind of cut that pretty bad right there. Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, so what I can do, not today though, I'll have to do it some other day, but what you can do to get a more finer, let me go ahead and switch over here to this one. What I can do is I can use my oh gosh, sander, like a nail filer, and file down. Oh no, be careful, it looks like it cut. Oh no, okay, good. I can sand down the edges to give it a cleaner look. But there you go. So that is how I do that. And of course, you know, it's chipped, but it's okay. I think I'll just put it, I've been wanting to do it, and this is the day that I am tackling my to-do list. So 1 down, 5 more to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through the rest of this, and then we'll take a look at it together. We'll actually assemble it, because I'm gonna glue everything together. I think I'm gonna glue everything together, and then actually I may not glue it together. I may end up just having it kind of go like this, you know, like to be, it's kind of hard, but display it like one further back and one further forward. So we'll see. Okay, so let me go ahead and put on some music, and we'll fast forward through all this. Okay, I don't know if I'm fully in camera here, but there we go. So that did take some time. I don't know what it would have been faster to either paint it or to actually do what I just did. It was a little bit time consuming. I will say though, I still stand by my opinion on painting this surface, because I do think that either you would have to sand it and paint it, or you could just leave it white, right? Or you could just maybe do every other letter if you don't feel like doing every single one of them. But hey, I've had this in my craft room for 2 or 3 years, and I'm so glad to be done with it, and now I can finally display. I was going to glue it down like this, so just, you know, be one piece, but I think, like I said, I might end up just kind of doing something like this, but of course standing upright, and one being further apart than the other. So okay, well, that is this project. A lot, again, time consuming, but yet it was nice and relaxing, and I put on my favorite TV show. Right now I'm into watching Golden Girls. I love Golden Girls, and so it was enjoyable. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Our next project, I'm going to add a cute little design on this tumbler, and I got this tumbler from Michael's in their summer collection. I just absolutely loved how this turned out. I've had it in my craft room for a while now, at least a month or so, probably right when I put this stuff out on the floor, and it definitely has collected some dust and oil, fingerprints, you name it. Now, you want to make sure that you be careful, because in this cup it does have a seam, so you just want to be mindful of that. If this doesn't scream summer, then I don't know what does. Okay, so I'm just rubbing it down with some rubbing alcohol, trying to get it all cleaned up, but I think some of it might just be scuffed. That's okay. And I found, or I was given this pretty pearl vinyl. It's by Tech Wrap, and I believe it's their permanent permanent vinyl. And I was gifted this by Lainey, excuse me. For those who don't know who that is crafted by Lucas. She has her own YouTube channel. She does card making and Cricut crafting as well. And we had a challenge. We challenged each other to use what we sent, and she sent me this amongst other things. In fact, I used this in my challenge, so be sure to check out both of our videos. I'll be sure to try to link it. If not, you can search it in my channel. It's right at the beginning. We did it about a month ago, and we had a lot of fun. It was good times. I think we might do another one. Hopefully we'll do another one. If not, that's okay. So I just spelled out summer vibes, and I thought this pretty green would be really pretty with this holographic red or pink, whatever it's color that is. I think it's red. All right, I think I got everything. So I'll list the font information down below. It is. Okay, perfect. Then I will just cut this off. Let's go ahead and burnish this. Now this is a textured vinyl, so you want to make sure. I use the shimmer setting for this, mainly because it is textured and shimmer is textured as well. Cricut brand is, so I thought it was a good setting, and it turned out to be the best setting, because it worked. Now, I will tell you, you should use Tech Wrap's transfer tape for this type of vinyl. It does make a difference, although this came out just fine. So I've struggled with it in a previous project. I would definitely highly recommend using their brand. Okay, so in fact, I think I want it to be this direction. So let's go ahead and do that. So again, just spelled out summer vibes. That's straight. And it's not. I think sometimes it's just easier for me to like have it centered, and I apologize that you guys can't see it. Just easier for me to do it this way, and then have it stand straight up to try to get this straight. Okay, I think that turned out good. So now you guys can see it. So I'm gonna hit that center, and I'm gonna push it that direction, and then have it roll towards me. There you go. Well, I don't know if you guys can tell, probably not, but it's, since there's a I'm assuming they used paper, which is why you have that seam there. But there must be the glass, then the paper, then another glass on the inside. Let me show you the inside here. So because of that, it is kind of giving it like an offset, not an offset, but giving a 3D look to it. There's like a shadow. You can tell there's a shadow. It's pretty cool. Peel that back. Oh, good choice. I am so glad that I went with this vinyl, because not only is it textured, the green or mint color is really popping against this background, and really just is super pretty. Let me know what you guys think. Okay guys, our next project, we are creating a sign, and you're actually going to be hearing my Explore Air 3 cutting, because what happened was In the original project that said summer with a watermelon on it, it was attached to this piece of paper, and I happened to move this up so all of it could fit in one sheet, and I just realized as I was about to start this craft that it got cut off. So this is no longer available. Now, if for some reason that you don't mind it, then you could just by all means just use it. But for me, I am not okay with that, and I actually kind of wanted to test something out, and I'm kind of glad that yeah, I noticed that there was some white in there, so I didn't know if that was a special cut, but it doesn't look like it is. Okay, so not a big deal. Figured since I have this messed up one, I can, you know, use it as a test. Okay, so what I want to do now, this is from Hobby Lobby, and I liked the blanket. It had like a little pop-up bar, so I had my husband take it off and sanded it, and I cut a piece of craft board. The size of this was like 7 by 5.5 or something like that. And what I wanted to do, actually I don't even want to do this, because what I want to do is pop this up on some foam tape and then have it, because I cut it slightly smaller on purpose, so I'm going to kind of just give it some dimension. So that is cutting, and I think it's going to be easier if I put it on here first and then prop this up with some foam tape. So there you go, much better. Did not, still looks like it cut it off a little bit. That's so weird. Okay, that's interesting. Let's compare the two here. I mean, obviously a lot better. You know what? It's just the design. That's okay. All right. So let's go ahead, and hate having to waste the printable vinyl, but unfortunately I messed up. It was totally my fault. It was not Cricut's fault. I just pushed it up further than I should have. Now I'm choosing to use this. That obviously could easily be done with the vinyl, any vinyl that you so choose, but I don't have a gray and this shade of yellow in a non-glossy vinyl, and I'm really interested in keeping it this color, so that is why I just went ahead and did printable vinyl. I was actually going to use the gray vinyl that I have and then use this yellow as a printable vinyl, but again, I don't have it in glossy or in matte, and I was not about to have one glossy and one matte. I've done it before, and it's okay. It's just, I don't know, not really feeling it for this project. So I'm just going to go ahead and weed out the middles here. I have been doing a lot of print and cut on my channel, and let me know who I have inspired to do print and cut. Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to be really interested to see who I inspired, and also let me know in the comment section if you guys enjoy watching the print and cut stuff. I know sometimes it may not be as enjoyable to watch when you don't have a printer and you can't do it, but it doesn't mean you can't do it for, you know, traditional vinyl. Just, you can be inspired by it. This is an SVG that came from Design Bundles, and you most certainly can do this with, you know, like I said, with just regular vinyl. As I mentioned before, this was originally going to be for regular adhesive vinyl, but I just didn't have any matte vinyl in the colors that I wanted, so that is why I ended up just doing the print and cut. In fact, this is the original color of the design, and I just really liked it. Okay, so I'm going to use my printer, or my transfer tape. You know, now that I've gotten so used to the backer of the transfer tape, I'm kind of wishing that I had it in my stash. Just because I liked that you can just, you know, figure out the size you need and cut it down to size. So but that grid line just messes me up. So I don't know. We're going to use this because I have it and I don't want to waste any. Okay. Now that we have that all situated, let's go ahead and scrape this down really well. Now this design did have a cute little border, but I didn't want that border, so I just simply got rid of it. I want to be very careful that this does not get staticky. In fact, I think what I'll do is, now hear me out, I'm going to get a little piece of tape. This is where I wish I had my magnetic mat, because that would be really helpful, but unfortunately I do not. There we go. I just don't want it to accidentally lift up as I'm trying to get this centered and straight as possible. All right, let's go ahead and peel this back very carefully. It is paper, so it can rip, so I'm going to be very, very careful of that. This paper, or this transfer tape, is really good with this paper. Watch, call me a liar. It won't rip it. I'm going to be so upset if it does, because I don't want to have to cut this again. I might end up just cutting my losses if that's the case. All right. I don't want to scrape this down a lot just because this is paper. Now you could use the paper, like, I don't know what type of, I have it. It's for paper. It's like transfer tape for paper, and it has a low tack, and I just don't like it because it's you can't see through it. It's all right. Take that off because that just came out. All right. There we go. Actually, got on there pretty good and centered. So this is what it looks like. You can just put it in there, and that would be super cute as is. But I think, like I said, I want to lift it since I made it a little bit smaller. I don't know. Maybe, do I want to lift it? Yeah, sure, why not? Well, I don't want to ruin it. That's my thing. You know, guys, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to raise it. I just don't know. You know what? I said I was going to do it. I just worry about trying to place it in there and place it in there straight. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it and hope for the best. So let me go ahead and get this on here, and then we'll place it in our blank. Okay. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is put this in. So there we go. I have it lifted. I got it a little off center, so you can't really tell towards the top. But when you place things, it's good to have the air to be on the top part, because when you set it like this, people are generally not able to see up here. They'll see down here. And then this is what I wanted. I want a little bit of a shadow look to this, like a raised look to this. So while I didn't achieve it here at the top, I definitely did achieve it here on both the sides and at the bottom. So overall, I think that it went well. I knew that it was going to be close, but it was kind of hard to try to get that center when it just wants to stick so quickly. But overall, I think this turned out super cute. Let me know what you guys think.